Oh, Danny boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
There you go. Well, that's appropriate. Happy Pie Day.
Pie day. We had donuts.
We had donuts. That's okay. Donuts, pie. That's good enough.
They're pie shaped.
Yes, they
Sort
are.
of.
They
Yeah.
are pie.
Sort of. Yeah. They got holes in the middle there.
They're
We got
religious.
whole pie today. We got whole pie. They are good donuts. Thank you, Sir Breckle. Mr. Breckle is back, and we're starting the Diet Coke can count out right 2 before we even get started. He's on number 3. I almost got Diet Coke just come in here and mess with you, but I just don't think I can do it.
Putting my little stir straw aside for every Jack Daniels I drank. Keeping track.
Keeping track of your Jack Daniels. Vicky Kendall. Vicky, you need to come on the show sometime. I just found out last night Vicky is a ghost hunter.
What kind of load do you use for Ghost?
I don't know.
Like birdshot?
I don't
See, that
know.
was one of the shows that we had contemplated.
Yeah, we'd like to have a.
Show.
Yeah.
You said Joe had a turkey call. Did he have a ghost call?
No. But Joe told me a
Yeah,
funny.
but the only person that showed up was Charlie, so it must have worked.
Joe had a funny story about ghosts, though. He was at some hotel in Marion that was supposedly haunted, and they took a tour or something. Hey, Chris Walls, how you doing? And anyhow, he couldn't sleep in the bed he was in, so he put a sheet over him and sat in the chair. When he got up in the morning, hey, how you doing? You know, scared the hell out of the people who was in the room with him, I guess.
What the heck's this? Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin. Did you see this?
Oh, it's pie.
Oh, it's pie.
That's pie. That's why. Good job, Kevin Martin.
Seymour.
Look at that. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, it's an ad infinitum. Look at that. Oh, my gosh.
I'm just going to go on a limb and guess he didn't go to a public school.
No, he just can copy and paste. Really.
Yeah.
That's all.
Touche.
Speaking of pie, though, I actually have a little interesting factoid about pie.
Uh-oh.
Akira Higuchi set an unofficial record in 2006 for reciting just the first 100,000 digits of pi.
Wow.
How are they going to check that?
I don't know.
Hold on. Put a note pin here. What was the 5th number you just said?
The 5th number? Well, let's see. I can tell you what the 5th number is. Look at Kevin Martin's 5. 3.1415. Can you imagine?
No.
Guess how long it took?
Hours, I would imagine.
Well, guess how?
2 hours.
I'm going to go longer. I'm going to go
8 hours.
5.5. Ooh.
24 hours.
Split the difference between 8.5 and 24. 8 and 24.
16.
16 hours.
Wow.
16 hours. And the guy who did this, he said it was his spiritual calling.
Yeah.
That's
I have those too.
yeah. I got constitutionals instead. Anyhow, 51 degrees.
Did they take restroom breaks?
I bet he did. No, I don't know. 51 degrees, and it's good because our minimum today is 48, so we are in the margin of error. 77 is the maximum temperature today. 77. We'll take it. I need more coat today.
It'll usually be warmer, so it's probably going to be close to 80.
Yep, so 80 or so. But they're calling for a little rain maybe tomorrow. 68 rainy, 58 Sunday and rainy. But I think it's off and on. I don't think it's continual, is it?
So why is
It's
when
gonna
this guy
drizzle all
comes
day.
in-
Is this going to
why is it
drizzle all
when this
day?
guy comes in, we always have bad weather?
I don't know. Yeah, because he's the emergency management guy.
When you were here the last time, wasn't it really cold, nice or something?
It was
Didn't we have
nice.
snow?
It was nice and cold because that's a season, and we enjoy all 4 seasons up here in Ohio.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Joanne Mossberger,
We have all 4 seasons. We don't necessarily enjoy all.
They're
Michelle
not always in the right
Tebow,
order.
Right.
Jackson Daniel, Rita Wolf, JJ Marie. What's happening, sister? How are you? Long time no see. Glad to see your truck's all right. I saw it was on the back of a wrecker yesterday. That's not good. That's not good. Hopefully, it's going to get better today. We do have some news. Feel free to chime in, gentlemen, anytime you want. The first news thing I already said was pi. It's Pi Day, and this guy took 16 hours to recite 100,000 of the first pi numbers, and his name is Akira Haraguchi. That's kind of like saying that.
2 hours just to pronounce his name.
It sounds like he should be in a Godzilla movie. Go, 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 Godzilla. All right. Americans are cutting back on spending. Imagine that. Dollar General customers are just buying the essentials, and that's it, according to their CEO.
What is an essential at Dollar General?
Well, shoot, that's a lot of grocery stores for towns anymore. I mean, you got your canned goods. We buy a lot of our stuff there, milk, bread. Yeah, Dollar General, baby. I mean, we got Yules out there too, but it's we try to use both. But
I think the essentials at a Kroger might be different than essentials at a Dollar Tree.
You know what?
Because the essentials at a convenience store are different. At the convenience store, it might be lottery tickets, coffee, cigarettes.
You go into a Dollar General, you can buy a lot of the same stuff you buy at Walmart or Kroger. But the only thing is you're going to pay less money. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, I would tend, yeah,
What's a
seriously.
gallon of milk at Dollar General?
It's like $3.95.
You can get it at Aldi's for $2.
That's Aldi's. Well, I didn't say Aldi's.
I was just there yesterday.
I didn't say synthetic milk.
$2.40 something.
Well, Aldi's is like that. Yeah, I didn't say Aldi's.
Why do I get the feeling these guys are going to start whipping out coupons in a minute?
Aldi's, you got I like Aldi's, but you got to buy your own bags.
Commenting on it. She said, she watches the prices. She said a lot of the prices at Aldi's have come down just since we were there a week ago. So prices are dropping.
Yeah, Aldi's isn't a bad place to shop, but we eat out so much.
It's not as glamorous. You go to Kroger, everything is marketed and presented a little
I hate
differently. Where
Kroger.
you're at Ollie's, you kind of feel like you're stuck in this, I got to go this way kind of a route. But they do have that cool section in the middle of interesting little things that are, you never know what you're going to find.
All
Yeah.
the junk stuff. Yeah, you don't find them anywhere else.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't really do this on purpose. We used to go Walmart weekly. I bet you I haven't been in Walmart in over 6 months.
I was in Walmart for the first time in about 2 months.
Yeah, and Kroger. I don't like Kroger because it's so compact. I mean, it's just you feel like you're walking right on top of everybody all the time. And I don't like that. Give me the Dollar General, baby, and I don't mind IGA and mine, even though I have to pay a little more.
Michelle says purchase reusable bags.
Yeah.
I have all my reusable bags. Yeah.
Well, they got 4 ex-wives each. They're used to that.
Yeah.
You like that? That's good. All right. Anyhow, so yeah, Dollar General, they would have the heartbeat because think how many Dollar Generals there are. We go on vacation sometimes, just count how many Dollar Generals we see. You might see 5 or 6 in a town, you know.
Well, there's a lot of variations on those dollar type stores.
That's true. Well, the Dollar Generals too. They have the Dollar General markets now, which are even more like a grocery store. I don't go to them, but there's one down like Cedar Creek area, Waynesville, down that area. All right, other stuff going on. The airlines are lowering their first quarter sales forecast. Demand is also slowing at Target, Lowe's, and Foot Locker. Walmart, Dick's, and Costco are not far behind from lowering all their standards too for their first quarter things. Trump says, "Okay, EU, you want to tax our whiskey? We're going to jump your wine and all your alcohol coming into the United States 200%." So you go ahead, keep playing that game. We'll play it right there with you. Well,
They can't win.
no,
They cannot win.
no, and so whiskey, just start drinking your whiskey here. Don't be drinking that, what is it, Canadian Club or whatever. All right. Putin needs to speak with Trump about the ceasefire. And here's our word of the day, guys, waffling. Putin is waffling back and forth whether he wants to agree to the
There's the date man
ceasefire.
there. The date man is on.
The date man.
Jeff Stevens.
Jeff. Oh, no, that's not the.
That's not. That's a different. Yeah, that's Jeff
If
Stevens.
Mrs. Stevens is watching, that was not meant toward Jeff.
That was an oops.
She's like, what the hell are you talking about? Judge orders federal government to rehire all them workers. I don't know how judge can do that.
They can't.
Yeah, I don't think they
Any
can.
more than they can force the government to reveal how they're going to reduce the workforce and who they're going to lay off. They can't. It's illegal.
Article 2.
That's right.
Interesting little news thing here. Did you guys know? You know who Atlas Energy Solution is?
I bet you're going to tell us.
I am. Well, this is kind of weird, kind of interesting, kind of up your bailiwick a little bit. They just built a $400 million, now listen to this, 42-mile conveyor belt. I guess from space it looks like the China Wall. No, I'm just kidding. But 42-mile, they call it the Dune Express, and it goes from Texas into New Mexico. And the product it delivers is sand for fracking. 42
So are they
miles.
fracking in Texas or fracking in New Mexico?
They're taking the sand to New Mexico to frack, I believe.
I've lived in New Mexico for a few years. I didn't realize that they ran out.
I know, isn't that crazy? Think about
A
it.
lot of sand.
Yeah, but I don't understand how you. I don't understand the whole fracking process, other than they bore down into the earth and
They pump
crack it
in-
all
they
up.
pump in a slush,
Yeah.
which includes sand,
Okay.
into the ground under pressure, and that cracks the rock formations, and it releases gas.
Okay.
So eventually you can use some of that actual rock formation.
So I don't know. Maybe if the sand's different in Texas.
I'm just kind of stumped that they're using slushies. I mean, I like the cherry the best, but that doesn't sound like it would be cost effective.
Yeah, my favorite's cherry pie slush.
Speaking of pie, it's Pie Day today. Yeah. Hey, we will be back here in just a minute, and when we come back, we're going to beat on Mr. Brickle here a little bit because he's got a big thing to tell us about next Wednesday at 9:50. Are you impressed? I knew that.
Yes. You do your homework, though.
We'll be back here.
Forget the clown princes of basketball, the Harlem Globetrotters. There's a new all-star, family-friendly comedy polo team taking the sporting entertainment world by storm. The Equine Trots.
Bringing their highfalutin, high-kicking, mallet-swinging, horsey hijinks to an equestrian center near you.
I'm Amanda Martin,
And I'm Steve Burnett. Made-up stories just like these.
as well as real news about what's coming to the Murphy.
Ohio's hometown theater in downtown Wilmington.
On the Murphy Report. News the way it's meant to be delivered.
In less than 30 minutes, or it's free.
The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
Amanda, my buddy Sam was recently tossed from his own horsey all the way across the arena, landed in a soft bale of hay right next to another horse that was already asleep.
Oh my, that sounds dangerous. What's his condition?
Stable.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization event or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481 and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Let's get personal. Let's get personal. Join your host, Dr. Jeffrey Schussler and Sarah Fife, Sunday evening starting in April, and 5 to 8, yeah, 5 to 8, 3 hours.
Let's make it 6 hours.
And I just found this out today. I guess Dr. Schussler, not only being a doctor of the feet And I don't think he has an OnlyFans for feet, but he might. Who knows? I don't know. He has a major in psychology as well. And Sarah has a major in psychology. So, could be interesting.
Psychotic, is that what you're telling me?
Well, you know, what's scary is I think there's going to be a horror movie evolve out of this or something.
As long as there isn't a dead rabbit at some point.
That's true. That's true. Tell Sarah to watch what she wears. That's Basic Instinct. That's a different movie. All right. Jake Lindsay, he says that's a lot of Diet Coke. Oh, he's just getting started, Jake. That's nothing. Just wait and see. All right, now we are here. We have Mr. Breckle with us, and prayers and everything go out to his mom. His mom had suffered a little health event this week, and we want her to get better. And that can wear on you. I've been through it. My parents both passed away, but we had the nursing homes deals and all that for both of them, and not a fun part of life, to be honest with you. But next week is, you have a certain, I don't want to screw the name up. What's the name for next week?
Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, but we have what's called Preparedness University.
Preparedness University.
Yeah, so if you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, you probably don't want to come out for this, but we have some different training events. On Monday, we have what's called Basic Preparedness, and it starts talking to households about how to begin their track in personal preparedness, and we try to liken it to a insurance policy that you take out on yourself. Some people,
So you're actually having this somewhere.
yes, this is going to be at the Administrative Center, so a lot of people are familiar with, was a Southern State that used to be out there
Yeah.
at David's Drive. Well,
Across from the jail.
yes, across, all right, a lot of you might recognize where the jail is. Anyways, it's across from there. And
He's already been in and out of that place.
And this goes from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're going to talk about basic preparedness the next night on Tuesday. Same place, same time frame, different day. We're going to be talking about. Oh, he's going through. He's recognizing Pi Day with donuts. So good on you. And we're going to be talking about power outage preparedness. On Wednesday, same place, same time, different that day. It's on Wednesday, 6 to 8. We're doing National Weather Service Storm Spotter training. You don't have to be a storm spotter. You can just say, hey, I want to learn about the weather. And you go out there and you learn about all this weather, what the different things are, and the conditions required to be able to produce certain types of weather events, tornadoes, derechos, straight line winds, all that cool stuff. Then starting the next week, again, Monday, 6 to 8, same place out there at the Admin Center. We're going to be going through, got to refresh my memory here. I believe it is, I would think I would have this out here. Okay, we're going to be doing on Monday, Stop the Bleed training. Now, a lot of people think stop the bleed, you have to do tourniquets and stuff like that.
Bleed. I thought you said bleep.
Bleep.
Okay.
Stop the bleep.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
And a lot of people think, yeah, well, fortunately, I haven't heard it on this program, but you go through and you learn how to stop massive bleeding, hemorrhaging, and a lot of people think this is because of active shooters, and it's not just that, it's auto accidents. You get in a bad auto accident, you could require a tourniquet, and remember, when you need a tourniquet, you just got seconds. 45 seconds, I believe, is kind of the general timeline to get that tourniquet in place where you could bleed out. And we also have some people involved in, what's that thing we have with all that corn? Agriculture?
Yeah.
We've had a few folks who unfortunately had some bad situations when they're trying to clean out gear. So having this training, which is free, can help save a life. And then on the Tuesday night after that, we've got the basic power preparedness again. And then, no, we've got bug out bags, get home bags. We're talking about the differences between those. And then we have power outage preparedness. And you can see those course listings on our Facebook page.
And it's 6 to 8, Monday
6 to
through
8.
Wednesday, the next 2 weeks.
And it's also on our website under our events tab.
Now I thought there was a name like this was like
Well,
severe weather week or
And,
something.
and it ties into that.
Right,
It's
but is it severe weather week or is that next week?
Nope, it is next week. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week for the state of Ohio. Kentucky was just last week. They're on different schedules, and we look at a different topic each day that could impact our different communities. And right in the middle of that, on that Wednesday at 9:50, a lot of the folks in the county are probably going to hear something, and that is the outdoor tornado sirens or the warning sirens going off.
I did that pretty good, didn't
Yeah, pretty good. And that is for the statewide tornado drill. Again, that is going to be on Wednesday at 9:50. You're going to get emergency alerts on your phone if you're signed up. You're also going to hear you should hear your outdoor warning sirens go off.
We will be right here doing Wake Up Wilmington. Should we take cover?
Well, you could practice it. Now, if you're looking in this room, this would not be an ideal place to take
Probably out there in the hall, right before we get down the steps.
cover. A restroom is a good place to go
Restroom.
because it's a small room. If the ceiling comes in, it can create little survivable voids. You want to make sure it's not an exterior wall.
Well, that would be exterior there.
And you also don't want to have windows. Windows blowing out and blowing around.
That
in the
would not
wind.
be good.
Some people call that a blender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know where I go in my house. Probably use my. I got a back room that has no windows, but it does have an outside wall, but it's in the back corner of the house, which usually is away from where we get the weather. So I think we're in good shape there.
Our weather tends to go from west to east. Now,
Yeah.
whether it's vectoring from the southwest or the northwest determines on the time of year and the system that's blowing it in.
Usually it's southwest, isn't it, to northeast?
Mostly, but when we've had the longest track storms, it's been west, generally northwest to east to southeast.
Well, and you know what's funny is sometimes when we get the worst storms, they're coming from the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I mean, usually, and I've always said this, and I don't have any proof of it. It's just something I think. I think a lot of our weather pattern is based on the interstates. Because think about 71, southwest to northeast. Think about all that pollution and stuff that goes up on that line. And I think weather coming in from the west might hit, because a lot of times you hear, well, this is going to stay above I-70. I think it hits that wall and that carries it up, or it's under and it hits the wall and it doesn't go north, but it carries it. That's my own little.
Well, let's add to that tinfoil hat conspiracy. Where there's people, there's cellular systems, so there may be a lot of 5G along that route as well.
And they follow the same path, don't they, as the roads? That kind of goes along with what I'm saying, doesn't it?
The weather's going to do what the weather's going to do.
But I think that helps direct it. I really do. Well, and Rick, and it's too bad Rick's not here right now, because Rick will argue that the government can control the weather.
They can.
They can. Okay.
It's called cloud seeding.
You heard it right there. Well, besides cloud seeding, he thinks there's certain things they can do to
Well, there's that.
like cause hurricanes and stuff of that nature.
That's that Israeli space laser thing.
No, is that what it is? Okay.
Superheats the clouds.
Well, no, people, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff out there about the weather. Weatherman's greatest job in the world. How come you didn't become a weatherman?
I don't like to gamble.
Well, you don't. Just, hey, partly cloudy, chance for rain today, about 60 degrees, give me my money, I'm out of here.
Trying to predict the weather, that is like gambling.
Yeah.
Well, they don't do very good, but they still get paid. Now, that would be more fun if they got paid, if they got it right. Like, if you get it 75% right, we're going to pay you 75% of your
Are you
wages.
talking about weathermen?
Yes.
So they're going to give them like a performance clause,
I
like they
think
do
that
for
would be
athletics.
great.
Yeah, that would be good.
Well,
should do that
they
with husbands,
screw
too. Performance clause.
they screw me up more than anybody else in the world. Because I put on outdoor events in the summers, and it's like, you know, oh, the weatherman think it's gonna rain today, so we're not gonna come to the car show because we don't want to put our $10,000 car out in that old acid rain. And I'm like, here's the best way to get the weather. Check your radar, look outside, and check. Don't go on what these goobers are telling you on the radio or TV, because 9 times out of 10, they're not right. Ron agrees with me on my interstate theory.
All right, so I'm going to maybe blow Charlie's mind here. And this also
Not
applies.
hard to do, but yeah.
And this also applies to anyone else out there that has a not-for-profit organization that does different events throughout different times of the year. Give me a call at the EMA office, 937-382-6673. Call well before your event. I can set you up under one of our weather support programs. And what it does is it gives you access to what's called Weather Sentry. So some of you farmers out there that use a product called DTN for being able to calculate when you should do spraying and different types of agricultural type of activities, this will give you access to a meteorologist. So you can actually ask questions directly to that meteorologist and they will give you information in terms of go, no go. Plus, if there's lightning at the event and you have to be concerned about lightning being so close to suspend it and stuff, it will give you the warning notifications coming in. You set it for 30 miles, 15 miles, 8 miles, and all that stuff.
Already?
No, you have severe weather alerts that calls and says when there's watches or warnings, and then I manually send out advisories. But
I
if you
have
want,
this through you already.
if you want the, well, that's on you. You got to call
Well, I'm
me.
calling. I'm calling, brother, right now. I'm calling from May through October.
So what I can set up is for other folks. There's 2 different things that we're talking about here. This is not your weather alerts. This is not what 99% of you out there receive. This is something that allows you to plan for weather events and it gives you access. The second thing is it gives you a choice of 7 different locations. If there's a school there, generally that's one of the 7 locations that we monitor, and it gives you real-time observations. You get text and you also get emails with maps, and it shows you where the threats are as they're coming into your warning areas and when it's also coming out, because the important thing is, when do I resume?
Right.
And it helps with that.
Do you track people as well?
I do not track people.
You give me alerts when certain people are coming into my area?
No, unfortunately.
Boy, that would be nice. You can do that personally. Yeah, you can do that
It's
personally.
your Will Robinson.
You would think they'd have that tied in with restraining orders or something.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So you can't get this stuff for your event. Well, and mine's a little different than the average bear because once we're there, we're there. You know, we can't really. And then guys just leave, you know, it looks like it's going to rain.
But it lets you know if you need to put your tent down so it doesn't fly away.
Right. Or postpone the event if, you know, if we know early enough.
So it's that decision support that helps in that. And then also going back to our emergency alerts, if you're a not-for-profit organization that has events like that, I can set up something with you that you can use for your own population. So if you have a farmer's market as an example or something like that, you can have different lists set up. Now you can't use it for fundraising purposes. You can use it for information sharing. But what I get out of it is if there's an emergency, active shooter, chemical release or something like that, that enables me to reach out to a wider group that might be impacted to make sure that they get the notice and take action.
Okay. Hey, it's time to take a break. We'll be back. We'll talk more weather here.
City officials forcing a local beloved mascot to step down.
Why poor timing and inappropriate behavior doomed a pantless Wilson the Weasel following his drunken performance at the late Judge Garrett's funeral.
There was nothing routine about this routine.
A story we are dedicated to getting to the bottom of.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett. These made-up stories and the latest real news from the Murphy Theater are what you've come to expect from us.
On the Murphy Report, with a new report posted every Monday morning on our Murphy Theater website and our Murphy Theater YouTube channel.
Full minute-to-minute coverage all 21 hours a day.
With veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Amanda, I have to say Vanessa and Breck are just about the 2 finest anchors in the business.
For once, you're absolutely right, Steve.
I think the Titanic could have learned a thing or 2 from these 2 giants in their field.
What am I missing here?
Anchors.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
And we are back, and we got Mr. Breckle on here from our Clinton County Emergency Management Agency talking about Emergency University. That's not what it's called. What's it called?
Disaster.
Disaster.
Or, I'm sorry, disaster.
He has to look it up too, so that's good. What is it?
Preparedness University, and the reason I should have remembered that is I made it PU on purpose just to have fun with it. But yes, Preparedness University.
Preparedness University. And it's next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 to 8. Now, you know what you should have done with this?
No, now here's the suggestion.
Yeah.
Charlie says don't take suggestions unless they're going to do it.
No, this would help.
Charlie's volunteering.
No, this is already.
Why do
he's
I feel
already
like this
doing
is
it.
going to involve a skirt?
No. Figure out a way to get more people. There would be offer some kind of like little
Donuts.
certificates or donuts. Or like for like science teachers, CEUs.
Well, I'm not a.
Ask him if he's going to fund that.
Are you going to fund that?
No, you don't fund
No,
it.
but when you're talking CEUs, you have to be an
I'll
accrediting
buy some
organization. So as long as they
Couldn't you
take
be?
Tom Breckle's CEUs,
I would think that
will.
I would if I was like a superintendent or somebody that's in charge of, because a lot of times teachers can get things like that on their own. You just got to get approved by their committee first.
Well, those CEUs probably are prescribed courses, prescribed topics, have a prescribed lessons plan.
Not always. No.
But
Not always.
But if your organization accepts Tom Breckle CEUs, I got you covered.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm just trying to help you out, and you don't really have to do any extra work. You'll offer a free certificate for hours completed. There you go. Or even kids, because kids have to do a lot of going out in the community and doing things. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like public service?
Well, public service, but like job shadowing, public service, type
Time
of
served
stuff.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, and you got the jail right across the street there, so who knows? Maybe they could get some, maybe they could get some credit too. No, I'm just thinking that'd be something you could offer. Yeah, I could spend a couple bucks on certificates for you. There you go.
All right. You heard it here first. Your certificates will be printed on napkins. They may or may not say
They
Wendy's.
don't have any signs out there that say not to pick up hitchhikers, do they?
They should. They should. Yeah, they should. I've seen several. Well, I've driven out there before. People walking, like you could tell they're coming from the jail back into Wilmington.
They got their brown paper bag.
Yep. Well, they just look pretty bedraggled, you know.
Well, it could have been coming from Kroger's. Have you seen those egg prices? They are coming down.
Yeah. But see, I pay $3 a dozen for eggs.
Call out to Susan Hertzman. She has her own chickens.
Well, that's why I get mine Dennis April Surface in Sabina. $3 a dozen. You can't beat it.
Bill Hoskins is watching.
Who is? Phil. How you doing, Phil? Phil, you need to get your raggedy butt on here sometime. It's been a while. I have to prepare for calling out.
Yeah, it's going to be more raggedy than that.
Tell Philip that we'll have it live on the show.
Yeah.
You can do it right here live.
Do you want us to do a live for that, Phil?
So for preparedness, before that event, I'm just going to give you a heads up. If this isn't your first go around, if you drink chicken broth after that,
Yeah.
and usually it's a quick turn to the throne, it is going to be a little disturbing. You may want to do some other scents in the air because otherwise you're going to smell chicken soup. Yeah. If you've been there, you know.
Well, everything tastes like chicken, doesn't it?
Oh, don't taste. No. What are you, a dog?
Can you use bouillon? Chicken bouillon?
Sure, to make your chicken broth. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that. But it's not. Don't get prepping and that makes, and it's a different type of prepping too.
Phil?
He's prepared.
I don't know what to tell you, brother. I've had one, and I'm due for another. Last time I put it off a year. I'll probably put this one off a year or two also. I don't know. I may wait till I'm 65, then Medicare can pay for it.
No, I'm gonna go Cologuard as long as they'll let me.
See, I only did the other one, and they did tell me they did the throat first, so that was good. I didn't want to do the other first.
Yeah.
These things
Go
they're
both directions and meet in the middle or something.
Something like that, yeah.
these things that they're talking about. Usually, it's a path best walked alone,
Yes.
Yeah.
unless you find someone who will hold the box for you.
Oh.
It was so funny. The last one I did, this is no lie. You had to ship them back by United Parcel, okay? And there was 4 people bringing these damn boxes back while I was out there. I'm serious.
I thought you just threw them in the FedEx box.
No,
What are those questions?
FedEx won't touch them.
What are those questions they ask you when they're dropping off a package? Is there anything hazardous in this?
You know they didn't ask me that.
Does it have,
They said just set it over there.
have that skull and crossbones on it or whatever? What is that?
Yeah.
Radioactive.
The name kind of implies it. Well, I did have Taco Bell the day before.
Yeah. The only thing they told me was just set it over on the shelf. And the lady who was coming in behind me said, "Put yours with his."
God.
Same boxes, different day.
Yeah.
Oh. So that has absolutely nothing to do with Preparedness University.
Oh yes, it does. You have to prepare for that.
Not to his Preparedness University. So again, Monday is what again?
Monday is basic preparedness. So for folks that don't know where to start for preparedness, is a place that we start in. And the best day to prepare is always yesterday. But today is also a great day, the next best day, because tomorrow we've got some bad weather coming through potentially. So you want to make sure that you're prepared for when life throws you a little bit of a twist. Preparedness is like insurance.
Yes.
It's a policy that you take out on yourself, and the type of policy you have on yourself is based upon what you can provide for yourself. So you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of times, it's stuff you've already got at home. It's just organizing it.
Learn how to get a hosing. It's next Monday night out of Preparedness University.
No, that's Thursday. That's the other gentleman's procedure. We
that's
don't
right,
host
yeah.
people. Yeah.
No.
Leonard Scholler, hey, you need to come on the show. See how much fun we can have on here? Leonard down there in Sabina, that's my mechanic, man. Try to get him come on. Love for him to come on. So, Monday night is what again?
Basic
I
preparedness.
keep losing my train of thought here. Tuesday is
Tuesday is going to be power outage preparedness.
That's a good one.
And it gives you some tips on how to make sure that you don't lose all the food in your refrigerator or freezer. And if you have a medical situation that requires you to have electrically powered medical devices, but you do not have a power outage plan, we talk about some different things that you can do and how you might be able to leverage Christmas to get the gift of preparedness from some of your family members.
does that come in a little box too?
No, that's his service that he was, yeah.
Anyhow, well, the best thing I got a little generator.
You need a special class for preparing for spectrum outages because they're becoming more.
Oh, that's true. We need to do something about that. Can you? The other day when we were having that problem, I tried to get you to help us. Did you make a call for us or anything? What was that,
He
Monday?
just came in this morning and he was telling us that we were glitching. I said, well, yeah, we were glitching.
And I was telling you to call Spectrum for us.
Well, you got to text me because I'm not always watching the program. Sometimes I've got to do my job.
Well, you were watching some.
Yeah, and then it was kind of skipping. It was kind of hard.
I've
so-
said it several times.
May have been when it was skipping.
It was the same thing. It just was repeating over and over.
And people were like commenting on stuff an hour after we'd already said it. It's like, okay. Then Wednesday is
National Storm. That's National Weather Service. They're coming in and doing a storm spotters course.
So that's you were just sitting in the back of the room on that one.
Yes. We're letting the experts talk about weather, and we are one of the few counties that has their own dedicated class. If you've been watching the news, there's been a lot of cutbacks that have been taking place, and that plus some staff retirements and rotations have really impacted our local office. So they're kind of short on some personnel, but going from their office to my office is about 200 yards.
Yeah, that's not very far.
So,
but they're coming over.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, that would be fun to get one of them on here someday. I don't know if they would do it or not. But
They are, and I say this with all the love of my heart, some of the most awesome weather nerds that are out there.
yeah.
You're saying they're boring?
No, they will start talking about all kinds of weather things, and you're sitting there going, okay, I recognize the word balloon, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Ah, geez. Well, now, speaking of the weather nerd stuff, explain to people what's actually kind of happening in Iowa and what may or may not affect us this weekend.
All right, so we've got a weather system that is coming in, and fortunately, a few days beforehand, we had another system that pushed a lot of the moisture that was normally coming from the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, I'm sorry, the Gulf of America now. Right? From the Gulf of America up to the center or to the Midwest. And now, because a lot of that moisture has moved off, the system that's coming in has the potential to be really violent, but because that moisture isn't there, that it is limiting how far our way that is coming. So in Iowa, going into Illinois, you have the strong potential for a lot of tornadoes. Our tornado risk today is non-existent. I mean, we technically got like less than a 1% chance.
Right.
Tomorrow, we've got less than a 2% chance. We are right now currently set up for a slight risk for severe thunderstorm winds, and those are very strong damaging type winds all day. So we're talking from tomorrow 2 a.m. in the morning all the way up to 8 p.m. So it's going to be windy all day. We're also going to get a lot of rain. So if you have issues with drainage or flooding going into Saturday night into Sunday, you're going to see some potential impacts for that.
How much rain are we supposed to get?
Almost 2 inches. So between
Wow.
an inch and a half to 2 inches. So I think like 1.84 is kind of
what
the
they're
current
kind of
guess.
calling?
Yeah.
Now, help me out, and this has nothing to do with that, but when you convert inches of rain over to inches of snow, what's the usual? Like, is it 4 to 1, 5 to 1? What is it?
It depends. There's a lot of factors, but generally it's a 1.6 is what the factor is. So if you get an inch of rain,
That's almost 2 inches of snow.
yeah. No, it's higher than that. It's a factor of 6. So an inch of rain will get you 6 inches of snow.
Okay, I knew there was some kind of calculation there.
So it's backwards. So when it's cold, it actually gets higher or bigger.
Jerry's dying.
Little bit of a lag there.
I could not even script that.
That is different. That is different. When it's cold, it gets higher.
I may move to Alaska. I don't know.
Hell would never find it. That's my problem. It's cold. It's like, where the hell did that go? All right, we'll be back here in a minute.
Donuts. Getting a makeover and a name change.
It's every baker's nightmare. Buckling to the snowflake social media pressure, America's tasty glazed treats will now be known as doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Why wait for real news when you can get all the made-up news you need
Along with the facts about Ohio's hometown theater, the Murphy.
on The Murphy Report. Find us on the Murphy Theater website and our own YouTube channel with a brand new report every Monday morning.
I have tried so hard to cut back on my daily doughy, emotionally compromised yeast rings intake.
Really, Steve? No one has noticed. And I mean no one.
The Murphy Report. Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the game is actually over before you storm the court. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Chairman, let's get personal, but we don't want it to snow because things happen the wrong way. Let's get personal. Hosted by Dr. Jeffrey Schusler and the beautiful, the one, the only, Sarah Fife. And that's going to be interesting with those two. Both of them have a little psychology degree stuff in their background, and they will tell you how it is.
You'll be entertained. Let's put it that way.
So if you're single and ready to mingle, age 19 and older, we'd like for you to come on to Let's Get Personal. Jerry is going to be there for the geriatric edition, and then Jake's going to be there for the young stud edition.
This was left over from our previous conversation.
That's not how it works. I know. I'm not going to go there. Just going to leave it alone. We will play the games at 9 o'clock. Because that's the main reason he came back. First thing he said, we got to play the games, and he's even crying for help, folks. So make sure if you want to help him here at 9 o'clock with the games, he's all for it.
Unfortunately, my chat isn't working on my.
Well, mine is. You can cheat. You can see that game.
You heard it there, folks.
I saw Vicky Kendall's Don't Put Them Off, that one, and I saw Leonard Scholar's, and I saw Kevin Martin's.
Yeah,
so I'm up to date right now. Yesterday was weird. Like it showed the first two, then it didn't show any. Then about halfway through the show, bang, all of them come up. So we got PU going on this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6 to 8, right? So it's not too long. Are you going to have snacks? Are you going to have snacks?
It is BYO snacks if you don't want the eye candy kind. We are going to be inside the training room. And if you didn't catch some of the different classes, or maybe you're doing something you can't write down the info, go to our website, cc-ema.org. Again, that is cc-ema.org. On the menu, select events, and you'll see all the different class offerings.
And you don't have to pre-register, but it would be nice.
Yeah, it lets us know how many snacks to bring.
That's right.
You said you weren't going to have any snacks.
Well, I might have to bring
I want to know more
an
about
assistant.
the eye candy.
Yeah.
You opened a can of worms there.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Well, yeah, there you go. Here's another suggestion.
Here we go.
Well, no, I bet there's no. This is a good suggestion. But I don't know who to tell you to call. Would be.
Are you saying that your other suggestions weren't good?
Well, no, the other one was good because it was free. This would be free also.
Are all suggestions free?
Wilmington College.
What about it?
Well, surely there's some kind of science department that deals with weather, emergency services. Maybe you could get some intern college girls or guys out there to help you out. And with your university. That's
A university within a university?
That's right. I tell you, I think that would be but I really wouldn't know who to tell you to call. I guess I'd just maybe call the dean.
Well, I can always call my friend Sigrid out there at the university. She knows everyone.
Well, she's one of the deans, isn't she?
I'm not sure if she's a vice VP or what it is, but she is connected.
Randy Sarvis would be another one. Randy just had his 30th anniversary out of college. You know Randy, don't you? Yeah.
Randy's always thanking us.
Great guy. Randy is just A1 person, altogether.
Let's take pictures.
Yep. Now the next week you have it again 3 days. Just can't get enough of it. So you got to
we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yep.
Can't do Thursdays because I've got a board meeting in there, some other things, and of course, no one wants to do this kind of stuff on Fridays because
it's Friday, right? That's right. So the following week, what's the programming there?
So again, on that Monday night is, and I'm going to read from my list here to make sure we've got all this. We are starting off with our Stop the Bleed class that is on Monday, and that is where we teach you how to stop traumatic bleeding. It's dry training. When I say dry, I mean not wet.
So that makes sense. Now,
'Cause-
who does that training? MacGyver?
No, we have Kettering Health. Kettering Health.
Kettering. Good, yeah.
And they're coming through and they do this. It's part of the Stop the Bleed program. It is a 90-minute class. They talk about stuffing gauze, clearing the wound, applying the tourniquet, all that
Cauterizing.
stuff. Not cauterizing. Yeah, don't bring a wood burner. We're not going to do that. And don't bring super glue.
I just remember seeing it in the movies. Burn that baby, burn that wound, cut that thing off and burn it.
That won't be taught.
Am I wrong?
But that's Hollywood.
That's true.
And I think you've commented on Hollywood from time to time. On Tuesday, the week after that, we have bug out and get home bags. We talk about the differences between those and based on, remember, preparedness is like your insurance policy. What you put into it is what you get out of it. And it's based on the type of policy is going to influence that type of class. And then finally, we're doing our power outage preparedness again because we do have a lot of power outages through here.
We do.
Yeah.
Now, on the bug out, get out, are you offering any supplies or are you just giving the list?
I have taxpayer dollars I'm responsible for, so I can't give out supplies. So a lot of the stuff
even though we're the ones that paid for it. No, yeah, exactly.
So a lot of the stuff that I'm actually going to be showing is going to be stuff that I use, and then I'm going to be talking about the differences between a bug out when you're having to leave your home. Say there's a hazmat release and you have to quickly leave. You take your bag that contains items that may help you, medications, records, documents, things like that. So that way, if you have to hang out at a kind of a holding place for a while till it's safe to go home, or if you're in a shelter for a little while,
You mentioning that, is there designated shelters? I'm sure they're here in town. If you're in.
The American Red Cross is the OPR for going through doing those shelters, and we do have locations throughout the county. I've recently reached out to a couple of those. So we've got a spot in Blanchester. We also got another spot there by Clarksville that's going to the Red Cross to be able to start that conversation. And when they open those, there's actually about a 6-hour turn. That's my count. I know a lot of people say, well, by the time we get there, do the assessment and all this stuff. If everything works out exactly as it should, 2 hours. I estimate 6 hours. And that's from the point that we make the call. They've got to move to teams. They've got to be able to notify the volunteers. They have to have the health department go out and do inspections and all that. So there's a little bit of a more muscle movement involved in that.
Sabina, I think, it used to be it was fallout shelter. You go to the municipal building.
We've stepped away from a lot of that Cold War kind of preparedness type stuff because we used to have a plan to be able to hold, I think it was a population of between 25,000 and 40,000 people from the Cincinnati area.
Like civil defense?
Civil defense. So if there was a risk of possible use of nuclear weapons, then they would actually evacuate people from those populated areas that would be cited because Cincinnati's got the rail yards and some other type of assets.
It'd be dumb to bring them up here, though, because we got an airport.
Yeah, this airport would be hit.
There's a discussion in that, and why our adversaries potentially target certain areas may not be.
Well, we're dead anyhow.
Well, we're going to get
right
some
past.
fallout. Well, we're outside the flash area, so.
Yeah, it's usually about 25 miles. I mean, it depends on the size.
I'd say we're dead.
Yield,
anyhow.
deployment, altitude. There's a lot of
Wind
things.
blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we're toast.
As long as it's regular winds blowing west to east, we're fine. If it's blowing southwest to northeast, we're fine. If it's blowing from northwest to southeast, we're going to get a little glow in the darkish.
Yes.
I just say, I personally, I just think it's too close.
Pop rocks in the closet.
Because, I mean, don't we even have missile silos here in this area?
We at one time actually had a nuclear air defense.
That's what I thought.
I don't have all the details, but I do know it was the old Nike Apache missiles.
Yeah.
They were tied in with the Clinton County Air Force Base.
Still there. That infrastructure's still
So most of them were taken down. I think there's like 1 or 2 silos left, and they're flooded with water. They're owned by a well-known family kind of in the area that buys a lot of the property, and there's a lot of stuff that are kind of stored there on the land. So if you're driving out toward Cowan Lake and you're going down that road and you look to your left, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I see all those semi-trucks. That looks familiar. Well, that's one of the places.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Because that was back in the time when they thought, oh, when all these bombers are coming over the Arctic, we'll just put a nuclear weapon on a rocket and use that for air defense. And that was the plan.
Shower yourself with radiation.
Well, that would be our other northern state that's about to kind of join with those.
oh, Canada. There's that's another news headline I could have put in there, but I guess Russia and Iran are having talks in China, like today or tomorrow, on nuclear arms. So I don't know what's happening here, but that's.
Is that a bird?
Sound like a bird in here, yeah. But that's what's going on. They're having some kind of discussions.
They're working on forming their own alliance.
Well, they already have.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
a more serious alliance.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. I mean, that's the new axis of evil, and you put North Korea right in there with them. So we're not well liked in the world. I mean, it doesn't make any difference if Biden or Trump's running. Whoever's running, but Trump, he kind of antagonizes them a little bit. He kind of pushes them around a little bit.
He's kind of an agent of chaos when he goes in for deals rather than doing a straightforward. He throws out something.
You don't know where he's coming
for
from.
shock and awe to kind of get the conversation started.
Yep.
Rarely ever is it the first thing he says that is crazy that's the way they go, but it's one of his times.
Well, it's like
Gets your attention right in front.
someone asked him yesterday, are you worried that Russia says that your ideas align with theirs? And he says no, because if you look back, Bush gave him this, when Bush was president. Obama gave him this part of this country. Georgia, another country Obama gave. Look at that. You're updating as you speak here. Did you see that? And then Biden, give him Ukraine, basically. He said, when I was in there, the only thing I gave him was these certain types of missiles to the Ukraine, and I didn't give him crap. So
Yeah, he was the first one to give lethal aid.
Yeah,
Everyone else was blankets and humanitarian stuff.
right. And so it was kind of an interesting answer to the guy, because the guy was like, well, you're aligning yourself. No, we're aligning ourselves with peace. That's what we're wanting to align ourselves with, which made a lot of sense. We will be back in just a minute. You're not doing it.
Labor analysts have done the math. If God used union workers to create the world, just how long would it take?
6 days and a day of rest? Hardly. Experts say we might still be under construction, but at least we'd be on more solid ground.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Made-up stories just like these are what we're about on The Murphy Report, with a new report every Monday morning on the Murphy Theater website and our YouTube channel.
Plus all the real news about what's coming to the Murphy Theater.
Ohio's hometown theater in the heart of downtown Wilmington.
Hosted by veteran anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone. It's news you might lose. But if you do, we'll find it, we'll pick it up, we'll roll it up, and we'll stick it back in your front screen door.
That sounds more like a newspaper, Steve.
This isn't a newspaper?
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
We lost our guests because look at
Got blown away.
Look at all those Diet Cokes.
I hear a wind.
I hear wind. What is that? Go slow.
Oh man.
Come right through here. Come right through here. Come right through here.
Don't trip on the
Oh, look at this, folks. It's a tornado. Take shelter. Take shelter. Take shelter. Ah, there he is. This, you get to see this. Well, you get to see this all next week. There you go.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore today.
No, Kevin, it was not a potty break.
That's what I was trying to allude to. Yeah, there you go. Well, so, Tommy the Twister.
Yes, and this is this is the cow from that first Twister movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this is kind of a reminder that next Wednesday, the 19th of March at 9:50 in the morning, the statewide tornado drill will be taking place. We will have sirens going off. We'll have our emergency alerts going off.
There's nothing like that, Charlie.
I think that's more the Three Stooges. But it's a great opportunity if you have a business or you're a home and you have your family members, talk about where you would go for shelter. I think that's for a hazmat release.
I don't know. I actually had last time. Remember?
Oh, yes, and I made a call. All right, so here's the word. I called the company and asked them what those alerts stand
What's the different
for.
sounds for? Yeah.
And they gave their generalized alerts, but they don't have specific things to them. It's for the local communities to assign meaning to those. And when I asked our local Wilmington dispatch if they had a printout or something,
Yeah.
because I'd like to share that so some people can
Well,
know.
somebody said one was the all call,
Well, there's an all clear,
all clear.
and that should be just the steady tone. The rising and falling, kind of like an attack siren, that is the indication of severe weather. Because in some communities, they play those when there's thunderstorms and or tornadoes. Now, the reason for that is those are outdoor warning sirens that are typically at parks, schools, places where you're going to be outdoors. It is not intended to be able to notify people that are inside their homes. So a lot of folks, unfortunately, have a reliance on it, thinking that, hey, I've got this in my backyard. I don't need anything else.
Why don't we just play Thunderstruck for thunderstorms?
Because you'd have everyone outdoors drinking beer.
Yeah.
Have fun. You can sign up for the alerts on your phone.
Yep.
I think I've signed up. I think for all that. I don't know.
Well, you got the
The ones
prepared,
just come through.
and that came to a special list that's called Prepared Now. Now, it's not special like our friend Charlie here. He is special
No,
like
he's special.
my mom says I'm special too.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn a little bit more about our alerts, or you want to sign up for the Prepared Now list, I'm going to give you a number.
Oh,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
give you a number. That number is 69310. Again,
So they
69310.
just text that.
All you have to do is text the word alerts, all caps, to that number, and it'll send back a link that will talk about the different alerts. Or if you want to be added to the Prepared Now list that gets the heads up a couple of days
Is that the
before.
one where you get like 10 alerts in the span of 2 minutes?
That
No,
just
that is a
happened
level
one
1
time.
snow emergency.
That just happened one time.
And fortunately, everyone that had my number drew it to my attention by texting me and all that. So I'm in my car. I'm trying to call the vendor, say, hey, turn it off. And yeah, that was a fun Sunday.
Yeah, I remember everybody on Facebook complaining about that. Why are we getting all these alerts?
But the thing I liked is that people going, I didn't get anything. Because they signed up like 4, 5, 10 years ago, back when it was a different program called Code
And
Red.
it doesn't work anymore.
We've got a code red.
Yeah, it's a different vendor. They were charging us like a lot of money, and we're now down to where it's a fraction of that, more than a third less.
Good. Good.
Better
Good.
use the text numbers.
All right, we have some birthdays today. First of all, happy Pie Day for all you birthday people. Sorry, got a little extra tea in my throat right now. I think it's a tornado that stirred up some dust in here. Savannah Toll's 20 today. Tracy Hansford's 44. Robin Nolly is 48. Mary Burkett Weston's birthday today. Sue Kaplinger, 75.
You missing a number, Charlie?
69310.
310.
Oh, 310. Oops. Let me try again. 69310.
goes back to earlier when we said he was special.
There you go. Hey, I got most of it. See, you guys are just like, you guys are just like a bad teacher. You know, you only point out the mistakes. I got 90% of it right. All right, Mark McCalman is 61. Vixie Picard. Vixie. That's an interesting name, isn't it? Vixie, 34. James Caldwell's 50. Jonathan Rosenfeld's 54. And Anita Ryder Brad's, it's her birthday today as well.
Are these all locals?
Those are locals.
Oh, we ought to meet somewhere and have like pie.
Yeah, they should. They should have pie today, definitely. I'm going out to the senior center today. Me and Mrs. Long, we're doing Tony Long's wife, we're doing the Dolly Parton presentations out there today. And I've got my little Bluetooth sound speaker in the back, and I'm going to go out and they're going to play Dolly Parton bingo. And I'll play like little bits and pieces of Dolly Parton songs, and they got to put their bingo pieces.
Who's dressing up as Dolly?
Not me. That would be Mrs. Long if she does. If she does that. Yeah, Dolly's out here in the hall.
I hear Dolly's single again.
Yeah, she is. Her husband died.
She's a widow. Yep.
And then we're going out to Cape May and doing it later. I think that's at 2. I'm hoping it's not 3, but if it is, it is. All right, here we go. Celebrity birthdays. We're gonna play high-low. There's some good celebrities too today. Billy Crystal. How old's Billy Crystal?
78.
Just a little high.
77.
77. Very good. Very good. Michael Caine, actor.
81.
Higher.
86.
Higher than 86.
89.
Wow.
Higher than 89.
91.
Just a little higher than 91. 92. There you go. Wow. Stephon Curry, the basketball player, real good basketball player. Golden State.
29.
Higher.
3.14, says Kevin Martin.
3.14. Higher.
Wait, is that dog years?
34.
Higher.
38.
Really?
Just a little lower.
37.
37. There you go. Simone Biles.
Olympic gold, right?
Yes.
22, 23?
Oh, no. She's older than that. She's been to a couple of them.
31.
Younger than that.
29.
Just a little younger.
28.
28. 28. There you go. Dan Crenshaw, the congressman from Texas. One eye. Always wears the eye patch.
The Rhino.
Yeah, he doesn't like Tucker.
No.
I'm going to guess he's, what, 40?
Just a little low.
41.
41. And this is interesting. I hadn't heard this, but I heard it today. You know, you can buy, there's an app out there. I want to say maybe it's called Tomahawk. I don't know. But it'll make all the same trades that Nancy Pelosi does. But he also has one. You can buy this Dan Crenshaw. You can get his where whenever he makes a trade, this app makes the trade for you as well. So you can follow the same investments those two.
So you can use the same inside information.
Yes.
That they're doing.
I tried doing something like that with an
And I
app
guess it
before.
wouldn't be illegal, would it?
No, not for them.
No.
But the app that I had was based on Nancy Pelosi. It was every time she took a drink, you would take a drink too.
Oh,
Man, I had alcohol poisoning. It was not good.
I bet. That would be
Now
bad.
it's just coke poisoning.
Yeah.
Grace Park. She plays on Hawaii Five-0, NCIS, and is Battlestar Galactica.
What a combination.
Yeah, those are some of the shows she's on.
68.
Oh, lower. She's still very attractive.
She was on Battlestar Galactica. That had to have been a while
Well,
back.
no, that's
No,
the
the remake.
remakes. The
Oh.
movies, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you're right. Yeah, if it had been the old one, that'd be about right.
39?
Almost in the middle, guys.
What'd you say?
42.
He said 68. It's higher than 42.
46.
Higher than 46.
47?
Higher than
48?
47.
49? 50?
For
51?
just tell us.
51. There we go.
He was almost there.
He was on a roll. That's why I let him go. 51.
I figure that's how you win these things.
Brian Quinn.
Excuse me.
He is one of the impractical jokers.
Oh, I can't stand it.
The impractical jokers.
I'm surprised one of those
He's
guys.
the bigger guy.
He's cute. They call him
Yeah,
cute.
cute.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Cute.
51.
High, but not very far.
53.
No, 51 was high.
Oh, 48. 49.
Right, there you go, 49. 49, there you go. All right, last one. I'll be interested to see if you guys remember who this is. Rick Dees.
Rick Dees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Rick Dees?
Is he a DJ?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
And
gonna say
wasn't
something
he
about
responsible for Disco Duck? Disco,
I don't know whether he's
Disco Duck.
responsible for it, but he, yeah.
I think he had Disco Duck out.
Disco Ducks.
In the
Yeah,
day.
Rick Dees.
In the day.
64.
Higher.
73.
Just a little higher.
74.
74, yeah. That's your age, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 74. That's what I thought. Okay, in memory. We got two in memory today. The great Quincy Jones. You guys know?
Jazz.
Huh?
Jazz.
Singer, trumpet player, great arranger. He's one of the only trumpet players I know that got a from playing the trumpet, where he like a brain aneurysm from playing the trumpet. He had to quit playing the trumpet. But yeah, he was a real good trumpet player until that happened, obviously. And then it's also
Wait a minute, he got a brain.
and some kind from playing the trumpet. Yeah, yeah, because
Something
all that
about blowing
pressure.
too hard, yeah.
All that pressure. Albert Einstein also was his birthday today.
And he had an aneurysm
No.
for what?
Albert Einstein, no, he just probably from not getting his hair done. And my final thought today will come from Albert when we get there.
He kind of has hair like Jeffrey Schussler.
He does. Oh, Jeff Schussler. You gonna let him talk smack about you like that? Hey, you guys are watching. If you don't mind, hit the little arrow button down there. We appreciate you if you do that. Now we do have one more game to play, but we'll do that after the break. We'll play a little Chain Connection.
Chain connection.
Chain connection.
A major shakeup in the pharmaceutical industry as Flintstone vitamins taken to task for tasting nothing like Fred or Wilma.
And as for Pebbles, well, she's already a fruity breakfast cereal. Why dietitians and nutritionists coast to coast are warning us to yabba dabba don't when it comes to ingesting these chalky childhood chewables.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Looking out for your health and well-being is just a sample of the kind of made-up news you can expect on the Murphy Report.
Earning the reputation as the mistrusted name in news isn't something that we take lightly.
In fact, most wouldn't take it at all.
And our efforts reflect that, with a trophy case in our lobby filled wall to wall with empty shelves.
Let the other outlets vie for trophies and your respect.
We're simply too busy making it up to care for such accolades, with a new report posted every Monday on the Murphy Theater website and YouTube channel.
The Murphy Report, with veteran news anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
Hey you, so check this out.
And it's only amazing magistrate. It's going to be so cool.
Is it gonna kick off?
You think that's hot? Check out Jake's magic. It's awesome, amazing, incredible, and a lot of fun.
Jake Lindsay, his magic show is absolutely amazing. Right, Jerry?
All right, we're back, and that was Shaky Jake. I'll tell you what, Jake, you're getting more. That's the best money you ever spent, brother. That's all I gotta say. All right. So, Mr. Breck, you have your choice. You can either pick the column or you can pick to go first.
Column.
Okay, what column? A or B?
I will take whichever one is easier.
Column C is the easiest one.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, there's not much. I would say probably B would be the easier one.
B for Breckle.
B for Breckle. There you go. So that means Jerry's going first. Now, Rick is there to help. So, and plus,
Or to hinder.
Plus the people on here can also throw in help too.
All right, so I got to
So, but if you ask Rick, you have to ask it the way like they do on The Price is Right. Oh, Evil Emperor, do you have any help for me? If you don't ask that way, he's not going to help you.
I'm on the Price is Right.
I can tell you something though. Do you know Bill Learman?
Yes.
Well, if Bill's ever on here and you're on here, don't listen to a damn thing he tells you because it's not right.
Bill,
You know,
Bill was guessing for the wrong team yesterday, and every time he guessed something wrong, and the other team went with it.
Travis is here.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we'll get him in here. All right, or should we wait?
No.
Oh, you're right there. We got to get them on here.
Why?
Well, they can be a team.
Oh, they can?
You guys can be a team against them. That'd be fun.
All right.
All right, come on over. Hey, we're getting ready to play a game.
We're doing the game, so you two could be a team now.
Come on over. Bring a chair, whether there's a chair over there.
there's one back here.
Yeah.
So you slide over one, I'll slide over one.
Here, you come here, Harley, and
What's the game?
put Dad over there. There you go.
Well, she's player.
Why don't you sneak in here, because Dad will have a hard time. You know, keep your chair there.
Boys, Mr. Basketball.
Yeah,
she's
come on over
Mr. Basketball.
All right. Sit down, Punky.
Lemonade.
Don't be taking mine. There you go. Let's see. We'll see if we
Is
get
this
you
mic on?
here. I might have to scoot over a little bit.
Should be.
Let's see. Let's see. All right, we got. I'll tell you what. The panel just got younger. They got better looking on one end, but just got younger on the other end.
I love you too.
Hey, you can scoot over a little bit. That way we can see you on there. All right, now we're just getting ready to play the chain connection game, Harley, so I'm going to explain this to you. I'm going to give you a word, then the letter of the next word that goes along with the first word. And you guys got to guess. Huh? I'll give you an example, okay, like Mountain D.
Mountain Dew.
Get it? All right. So you and Dad going to be a team, or you want to be a team with somebody else? You can pick either of these two. By the way, you going to pick Tom?
I'll take that guy.
All right, so Tom.
Emergency management king.
Yeah, he is the emergency management guy of Clinton County. This is Harley.
He's the one
Howdy.
with the drones.
Or you
No,
can call her,
and you're-
call her Buzz.
This is Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
Okay, because when
Travis.
you guys came in, I didn't know if he was calling you Pumpkin or him Pumpkin, but you're Harley, so. All right.
No, it's all right. It was
I didn't say pumpkin.
Yes, what'd you say?
All right.
I thought he said pumpkin.
He said pumpkin.
I thought he did, yeah.
Now I said, let's get him on here to play the game. Rick wasn't going to have you in the game. All right, so here we go.
Save you. I was trying to save you.
All right, so what column did you want?
B.
B. So you guys are column.
A.
So you and Harley are B, and Travis and Jerry are A. Now you guys can confer before you give me your final answer. Now, if you need help, you can look on here. Hey, Russ Grimes, how you doing? You can look on here, or
Boner friend.
well, yeah, that's the Evil Emperor. But you have to ask, oh, Evil Emperor, do you have any help for me? All right.
Okay.
All
I
right.
don't always help. I sometimes mislead, so.
So here we go. Travis and Jerry are going first. Column A. Here we go. Wave P. Now you guys don't say anything. You guys be quiet because this is
Wave
theirs.
P.
Wave P.
So the word starts with P and it goes with.
Oh, I got him. He's all right. Wave. We'll just put it right there. I bet it'll pick us up.
Yeah.
Wave P.
I have no clue. How about the evil emperor?
Evil Emperor. He's asking you.
Already?
Yeah, I'm not way
You're a
P.
wimp.
Wait, see, unless
I
you,
thought you were the
Jerry, you got
unless
anything?
Jerry knows.
wave P, Jerry.
Wave P.
Nah, I don't. Wait.
All
Can't
right.
put in with it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Does the bug think she has it?
She knows what it is.
Oh.
All right. Your first one is fan C.
Fan and the letter
C, right. Fan, then the letter C, as in Coke.
But it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. So now this is yours. You guys can talk. You can talk with Tom.
Let's see.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Fan club.
Oh, wow.
Evil
Fan club?
Emperor's giving you a hint
All
there.
right, fan
Do
club.
you want to go with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Fan club is right.
I
Vicky
was almost
Kendall
thinking fan
helping
control.
you out there. Andrea O'Connor's even trying to help you out there.
Wave pool.
That was
So here we go. Well, we're
Sean said his last name. Pool.
yeah, we're still with you guys here for
So keep that
for
pool in
club.
mind.
Okay. So here we go. Club S. Club S.
Club S.
No.
They're wishing it was an M so they could get Club Met. That's not it.
Club or cub?
Club.
Club.
Soda.
Ah, club soda.
That's right. Club Soda. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Lever.
There we go. I guess I'm giving them too much time. There's too much
Vicky
time.
Kendall says club sandwich. That's a good guess.
Yeah. Soda P.
Soda pop.
Soda Pop. There you go. Pop R. You can confer with your teammate here. Just don't leave her in the lurch.
Pop R.
Pop R.
Is it like a candy? Yeah.
Pop Rock.
There
She
we go.
got it. Pop Rock.
Yeah.
Rock S.
You want to make sure you eat those in the closet with the lights on.
Best thing to do with Pop Rocks is put them in the litter box.
Hey, that's an idea.
Rock S, right?
Across
Rock
the street,
S.
get me
Rock
some.
S.
What's the word?
Rock S. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds.
Rock S.
Yeah, 4, 3,
Our lag is
Two.
a lot less today,
Yeah.
by the way.
1.
Rock show? No.
Good guess, but that's not it. All right, back to Jerry and Travis. Wave P-O.
You got her, Jerry.
Wave pool.
Pool, right. Your next one is Pool T.
Pool T.
Pool table.
Pool table, yeah, that's right.
Don't ever pool in the table.
Table, no. Table S.
Table S.
S as in sucks.
Table set.
Table S.
You guys can talk about it.
Table set. Table S. Table S.
Pool. Sean Pool says table star.
Not Pole Star, Sean.
What'd you say?
Pole Star.
Polestar.
Isn't that a car?
Yeah.
Whose word is it?
This is
It's ours.
Jerry's
It's ours.
and Travis's.
Okay.
Table S.
Well, you got table. You're saying table setting.
Table setting.
Table salt.
What you got?
Well, that's another good one too.
Yeah, I know.
Which
do you
one we
think?
going with?
Table
I don't
salt.
care. Whichever one you want to go, Jerry. Trying to think of the category, how it's falling in line.
Which one you want to go with?
Or it could be table service, but table salt's better.
Table salt.
All right.
Table salt.
Saw.
S-A-W.
Yeah.
All right.
Mom, you were wrong.
Your
She
next one.
put
So
Okay.
Rockstar was the next
Rock Star. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
it. Yep, Star. Okay.
one.
Here,
She got it.
now here's your last one. What'd you say? Okay.
he said it, but I thought
Oh,
of
she's
it.
so shy.
Star L.
Starlight.
This-
Starlight.
That's for the win. Starlight. They won. All right, now you guys can help them finish theirs out here.
Andrew says sorry.
Table
Okay.
scraps.
Table S-A.
Salt.
table salt.
Table salt, right. Salt L.
Salt lick.
Close.
Salt Lake.
Salt Lake. There we go. Salt
There
Lake.
you go.
Lake V.
Lake V?
Yeah, V is in Venus.
View.
Lakeview.
Lakeview, yeah,
Andrew says,
Lakeview.
way to go, bud.
View F.
Finder.
What?
Finder.
Viewfinder.
Viewfinder, that's right. Good job. See, that wasn't hard. You just had to get started.
We had a lot of help from our friends
Kickstarter.
online,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, people online, they love this game. They love that game. So you guys, where are you off to? You're off to Dayton, is that right?
Yep.
State finals.
Here, you can use that one. State Farm. So who are we watching
So is
today?
there just one game today? or-
No, Division 3, 4, Division 2, 3, and 4 play today. And then 1, 5, 6, and 7 play tomorrow.
Now, what sport is this? Like kickboxing? You look like a
Basketball.
okay, basketball. All right.
Almost.
Well, they went around and rearranged everything. Now Ohio has 7 divisions instead of 4,
It's a mess.
and it's messed up.
Yeah.
On the girls' side, they're throwing the people, schools, coaches, parents, fans are being upset because there was only 2 state finals used to be all played at the Shot, and then the last 3 years they've been at UD.
Which there's nothing wrong with UD.
No, UD's a good. It's a great venue to watch
Normally
watch a
they
moment.
have one after the other the next day.
Yeah, like
Now they've got a
today,
different bunch.
yesterday would have been divisions 1 and 3, and today would have been 2 and 4, and all the finals would have been tomorrow. But schools and everybody throw a fit because of the size. You may be a D2 by 1 kiddo, and I may be a D2 by 100 kiddos. So we're playing each other, which is really, they said, wasn't fair because we're pulling in, because it's all based on how many girls you have in your school in sports and how many boys you have in your school in sports. But what they're upset about now is there was only 2 major high schools that played in colleges. The last semifinals were supposed to be played in colleges. Well, 5 of the semifinals were played in high schools.
Right.
And I don't know how they fit them all in
Should
there.
have been played at UD.
Should have been.
The semi should have been at UD, and the finals should have been at UD, like they used to do at the Shot.
Well, and I totally agree with that. But the Shot or the UD and OHSA board is saying that's too many days. Well, what's the difference of?
Wrestling goes 3 days at the Shot.
Yeah.
Now, wrestling was this past weekend, so
Yeah.
that was probably part of the problem.
Well, they could have done Thursday, Friday, the semifinal games, and just started at 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday
Right.
and played them out Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Is it a
It's all
matter
messed up.
of, is it a problem of scheduling or cost?
Well,
It is at the Ohio High School.
I'd say it's probably
Athletic
cost.
yeah, it's cost. What they do though is they will, your sectionals, your districts, they'll let you stay in the gym for girls. For boys, they clear you out because that's why they're getting more money because you got to buy that ticket twice or 3 times, however
But
many you're
today
staying.
you don't have to.
Oh yeah, today they'll clear UD. That's why the games.
Even though it's girls?
Yep,
Finals.
it's a finals.
Finals they'll do that.
So they'll play at 1, which is what time the one we're going to watch, and then they'll play a game at 4:30, and then they'll play a game at 8 o'clock. So that gives UD time to give the awards and clear it all out.
So are you saying just for one game today? Or are you going to watch
Probably.
2? Or
Unless this one decides she gets hungry, and then we'll get another one.
She doesn't get hungry, she gets
Hangry. She's got a hollow leg, Coach.
So are
Dennis
you looking
says.
forward to watching this game today?
Yeah.
She's a good player, the girl we're going to watch. Everybody wants her. She's Miss Basketball for the state of Ohio.
Who's this in the first game?
Yeah, Purcell Marion, D. Alexander.
Yeah, that team is.
Oh, Moss from here at Wilmington's trying to get her hard, but good luck to Sydney with trying to get her. But this girl's going to go big D1.
Really
Oh yeah,
interesting.
she's about 6'5", 6'4", as a senior, strong forward.
Huh?
She could carry a team though.
Oh yeah, she does carry.
She would carry Wilmington College. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing against Purcell Marion's other players because they're real good. We watched them at Mason last year.
Yeah.
But she's just phenomenal. She takes over.
And she not just tall, but she could ball handler and all
Yeah,
that
she
too.
can
She does it all.
do it all.
She does it all.
Is that who you were wanting to see? Or you want to see them all? You learn a little bit from watching usually, or not?
Yeah.
it's always good to be I tell you, that's one of the things that's bad about being a musician. Sometimes it's hard to listen.
Because you hear it every
Well, you listen to music to enjoy it, and but when you really listen to it critically, sometimes it's like, you just hear things. It's like, it's like, oh, that didn't sound good, and you can't help it. It's just inborn. It's like when you watch basketball the rest of your life, you're gonna go, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Am I wrong? I'm not, am I? So here's the deal. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back, talk a little more basketball. Plus, I want Tom to go over stuff because what are you interested in when you get older? You might be interested in some of this stuff. You like sciences and stuff like that? Well, maybe you won't be interested. I guarantee we won't talk about what Jerry wants to talk about, so you'll be all right. All right. We'll be back in a minute.
He's the Howard Sprague of his community, a leader of several groups, living with his parents and dating one of the most eligible professional women in town.
But he's in no hurry to settle down and put that ring on her finger. The wait is maddening.
If they both weren't so darn adorable. Could it be nerves?
Or just enjoying the bachelor life a wee bit too much.
America's Couple sits down for an in-depth interview to share how they keep their relationship so fresh while keeping such a safe distance from one another. On the Murphy Report.
I know I can't wait.
But evidently they both can. The Murphy Report with veteran anchors Vanessa Del Rey and Breck Stone.
With a new report posted on our Murphy Theater website and YouTube channel every Monday morning.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
it's news to us.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Let's get personal. Let's get personal.
This is the one they want you to do the voiceover?
No. Join host Dr. Jeffrey Schussler and Sarah Fife on the Wilmington Community Broadcast Network Sunday nights. This is only for the single people out there, and you got to be at least 19. Sorry, Harley. Sorry, Travis, you're not invited. But you got older sisters, don't you? Older brothers? How old are they? Are they over 19?
20 and 21.
They may want to come on in. Let's get personal. We're going to have 3 guys, 3 single girls.
4 and 4.
Oh, 4 and 4. But,
4 girls.
or you'd do it with 3 if you had to.
Well,
Yeah, 3 and 3, 4 and 4. And the 2 in the middle, the mentors there, they both have psychological degrees.
No, disorders.
Yeah, disorders and degrees. And they're going to be there to help.
Stir the pot.
Maybe set up some love connections.
No, we're not connected.
Instead of chain connections, some love connections. I don't know what they're going to do, but it should be fun to watch because now, do you date? Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Okay. he's groaning over here. He's like. I heard this growl over here when I said that. Well, it's just my only advice to you is don't be one of these women that goes, oh, he's so bad, so sad. I can save him. Don't you know girls like that?
Oh, yeah, they gotta see.
Hey, do you know girls like that?
I can fix him.
Yeah, I can. My daughter's that way. Don't be that way, all right, please. Say, if you're not halfway stable, just get away. I'm trying to help you out.
I know.
You know you'll never get her to come back.
Oh, yeah, she'll come back. Bill, Aaron, you're doing a great job there at Washington Courthouse. Go, Lady Blue Lions.
Thanks, Bill.
Bill, yeah. Yeah, they just non-renewed him yesterday. No, I'm just kidding.
I just saw Madison Plains has got a coach spot open. But the coach there, Warner, he's had some health issues.
You were an assistant there for a while, weren't
Yep.
Because we did some games from up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna leave big courthouse.
No, I like Coach Dennett.
When you got your daughter playing over there, that's pretty cool. As long as she can put up with you.
We're building numbers back again too. There for a couple of years, they only had 8 or 9 girls.
Well, East Clinton didn't have anybody this year.
Yeah, well, they're telling us
Varsity.
they're going to. We should have enough girls next year. Not enough for a freshman team because nobody has freshman teams anymore.
No.
I said
not at the female level.
no. In the next 3 or 4 years, it'll be varsity girls only, and junior high will be 7th, 8th grade. I hope I'm wrong, but the way numbers, I mean, wrestling is becoming big with girls.
Wrestling is big.
Yeah.
Well, now the colleges are starting to offer scholarships, so they got to build a program. So everybody, heck, if you wrestle, you're almost guaranteed a scholarship, whether you're good, bad, or ugly.
Well, I mean, look at the young lady that won the state championship for the
Jackson.
Undefeated, right, for 4 years.
in a row.
Yeah.
She was undefeated her whole 64-0.
Uh-huh.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I forget her name.
And then now club volleyball. It's always been big, but these organizations, it's getting ridiculous. I mean, I've had an AU program off and on for 25 years for basketball. Club volleyball has gotten ridiculous. Having these girls sign contracts, you won't go play with nobody else, and
Really?
oh yeah, you'll dedicate all your time to us. We got to
NIL, Charlie.
Oh, we got to grow at our place. It's phenomenal at track, but she's playing club volleyball, and I don't know what club she's with. I won't throw them under the bus, but she does nothing but volleyball. Only run track.
Play basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Volleyball, basketball, like
Well, I know. That's like wrestling and football.
Yeah.
But I asked
superintendent.
guest yesterday, and he didn't play
Was
football.
Detwater on here yesterday?
Yeah.
He was a phenomenal football
He
player.
was here yesterday.
But he didn't play football at Wilmington College. He was wrestled
He's a wrestler.
under Dennis Pusateri. All right, Tom.
Yes.
You are. These guys are new, so just tell them real quick what you're doing again next week. We have PU going on.
Preparedness University.
Yeah, Preparedness University. So tell us.
So we've got some different classes and training that we're offering on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and the week after. So next week, the first night from 6 to 8 p.m. This is going to be at the Clinton County Administrative Campus, the old Southern State University there on Davids Drive. Or if you're familiar with where the jail is, it's across the street from the jail. Not that I'm hinting. Charlie knows. But the
Been
first
there plenty of
class
times.
is basic preparedness, talking about how to start getting prepared to get your household all set up. The next night, we're having a class on power outage preparedness, kind of how to be prepared for that. And we're also doing a little element in there talking about people that have medical conditions that they rely on electrically powered medical devices. When there's a power outage, kind of how they can prepare for that.
That can be
What-
dangerous.
Yes, be very deadly.
Yeah.
And we have on Wednesday night the National Weather Service Storm Spotter course. You don't have to be a storm spotter. You don't have to take your parents' car out into the hailstorms, but you can. And they'll teach you how to be able to identify different types of things that could indicate a tornado is forming.
Yeah.
The different types of, like a derecho, the difference between that and straight line winds. They're going to go through all that, and it's all free. That's on that Wednesday night from 6 to 8. The week after that, on Monday, we have a Stop the Bleed class. And this is talking about how to stop traumatic bleeding injuries. So car accidents, active shooters, or even in the agricultural community, you probably have heard a few folks that may have been injured and had to do a tourniquet. On that Tuesday, we're doing the bug out and get home bags. Talking
bug
about
out.
between those. And then finally on
Her
Wednesday.
nickname's Bugs.
Bug, okay. Like a creepy crawly bug or like a cute ladybug?
A cute ladybug.
Okay, there we go. And then we're doing the power outage again, preparedness on that Wednesday. So 6 great opportunities now for folks out there that say, hey, short notice, can't make it or whatever. If you have a group of 10 people or more, you set the time, you set the date, I'll come out and I'll do a class. And if you want something other than those, you want something different, let me know. I'll create a class.
That's good because we're getting ready to build a house out here off Dalton Road.
Where's that at?
Over by
Right by
68.
the Haunted Hollow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You guys gonna move to Clinton County?
Well, when Dad passed away 6 years ago, I got his house bought 2 years ago. In the house, Dad was a cobbler.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tube and knob in there. There's screw-in fuses. There's breakers, and the kids, and it's tiny. There's only like 1,000 square foot in the whole house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to build over there, and I wasn't going to put a basement under it, but my buddy Rodney works. He's a loan officer at merchants out here.
Rodney Crothers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said I'd at least put. He said you're right there in that tornado belt that runs right through there.
That is an area.
And he said I'd at least put a small basement down there just for tornadoes.
Definitely. We've seen over the last couple of years, especially around the North Blanchester area and Clarksville.
Yeah.
Since 2019, when I've been here in this position, that's where we've had our 3 tornadoes, and this area has been through there now.
I needed some trees down, but it missed me.
Yeah, we're seeing a higher frequency of them, but they tend to be weaker. So we're not seeing the big, strong F3s and above. F4 is the largest we've had in our county. So hopefully
Do you know
it
where
stays
the
small.
Hollow is?
I've seen the signs, like South
You know where the
68.
state building is out here?
Yes.
For the state road building? Dalton's the next road, and it goes around. Kids can walk over to the campground entrance, and there's been 2 or 3 come through there. And he was just telling me, he said, I wouldn't put a full basement, but I'd put something down there for like storage and like a storm shelter.
Yeah.
Like a storm cellar.
Yeah.
Now the state, from time to time, depending upon the funding from FEMA, will do a rebate program. So if you put like a tornado shelter, one of those bolt-in like steel cabinets in a garage, you can put in, and it's kind of a drawing.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're going to get it, but it puts you in for reimbursement, and it can put a little extra money in your pocket that you don't have to tell the missus or anyone else, and now you got something to,
What's he talking about?
you know, go to Vegas or whatever.
I think she's watching the program.
Yeah.
She's watching for her mom to comment or something. Has she done it yet, or is she driving to work?
I see Alyssa and Andrea. That's all I see so far, just commented.
Oh.
So when's this going to take place?
As soon as I can find a builder. I mean, I'm still going to work a courthouse because,
Joe Holden, yeah.
I don't know him.
Well,
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah.
He's do a good job.
Referral network, Joe Holden.
The wife goes one minute she wants a barn dominium, next minute she wants one of these extravagant.
Well, I just talked to the builder. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I got a guy out there. The house is going to have to be tore down. And there's that's why I was teasing about the tornado went by there, but it left them big pine trees. They didn't want $1,000 to bring them down and cut them up and take them off. So the tornado couldn't have done me a favor there. Just clipped right that part of it went off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Joe, talk to Joe. Joe might be able to.
I wanted to do it soon. Do it this summer. So be
You better
it.
be talking to somebody soon then.
I know. I got to get plans. As soon as she makes up a design and figures out what she wants, and go talk to a builder and talk to Rodney.
So the house you live in Greenfield, you guys own it or rent it?
A little bit below owning it. Real
Okay.
close to. It's always been mine. When I had my motorcycle wreck, what little bit the attorneys and the doctors didn't take, I bought that house, and it's about paid off.
Cool.
So I'll sell it to have equity to put into building this one.
Well, I tell you what, you'll be surprised how much you'll be able to get out of that thing.
Oh, I know.
Because I bought mine 20 years ago, and it's amazing how much. It's like doubled.
Yeah, well, it's a seller's market, but not a builder's.
When I retired and moved back to Wilmington, we paid for our house, and the value of it right now is $100,000 more.
Yeah.
And it's unreal.
Yeah.
How can your daughter, when she gets to the age and she wants to buy a house, how can she afford a house?
Well, that's what the one gentleman was telling me. He said the person in real estate says you'll get phenomenal out of your house right now, but when you go to build that new one, they're going to get it back from you.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And everybody's like, well, sell your one in Greenfield and start building one in Wilmington, live in a camper. I got 3 women. I can't live in a little camper with 3 women. I had to build me a he shed.
Shed.
You know it's true.
Did you see how lucky you got?
I know.
But now, would the old house be sufficient enough while you're building a new one?
Well, it's got to go where the old one is.
Oh, then you don't have enough room to maybe
No.
put it like in front or
I
behind?
will. We'll go back about, like, here's the front of the house, and here's the back. We're going to start building the new one for the backside, get away from. I don't like being right up by the road.
Yeah.
The one we got now there, if you ever drive by, it's probably from the roads from here to the countertop over there.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty close.
But it's got
I
an
know
old,
where you're talking about. Okay.
and it's got an old rock fence in front of it. It was a Dalton farm.
You excited about that moving? Are you really?
Yeah,
Get out
'cause
of town?
It's only 25 miles to 28 minutes to courthouse from here.
Well, and you're right there next to the lake. I mean, if you like doing lake stuff, you know.
I also got promised to have a Highland cow, so.
Oh, there.
You got have a what?
A Highland cow.
Highland calf.
Yeah,
Is that one of those big hairy things?
The big curly hair.
Yeah, the curly got perm and they're about this tall.
That's why. So get this done. Get her a calf, man. Come on.
Yeah.
What's the whole? I tell you, I wore the right color today, didn't I? Look at this.
Yeah. Philly, huh?
Yeah, well, I got this actually in Washington Courthouse. I got at the thrift store, couple bucks.
Can't
Okay,
beat
you
it.
can't beat it. No, I love this kind of stuff, especially when it's cheap. You like going to that high thrift? You ever go there? It's a nice place to shop, isn't it? You get some deals. I'm telling you, good place to go. And I don't know if they still do that or not. They used to have 2 Thursdays of the month where everything was like 50% off, and some of them 75%.
I don't know if they still do it or
I don't
not.
know if they do that anymore or not. Well, it's time to take a break. So we'll be back and we'll talk a little bit more basketball and figure out what we're going to do to close the show, see what everybody's doing this weekend. Got big plans?
It's an effort to warn wild weather worrywart, a new initiative coming before Congress to force thunder to roll before lightning strikes.
A shocking proposition that is sure to spark some debate, with a 70% chance of failure sweeping in overnight from the Dakotas.
I'm Amanda Martin.
And I'm Steve Burnett.
Stories we make up just for you, and the latest on what's coming to the Murphy Theater, Ohio's hometown theater, every Monday morning on the Murphy Report.
Find us on the Murphy Theater website and on our own YouTube's channel.
You know, Steve, I was once struck by lightning.
Oh, really? Any after effects?
Yeah, every time I sneeze, my garage door opens.
I had something similar happen to me. Every time I bend over to tie my shoes, I rip my pants.
Oh, from a lightning strike?
Yes.
The Murphy Report.
Remember, if it's news to you,
It's news to us.
No, that was that's Kevin Martin that said that. Kevin, that's funny. Yeah, Travis goes, "Who said that? My wife." That was good. That was good.
Plus,
See,
I don't know what being a camper in the winter would be if they didn't get it done.
It'd be cold, especially, there's a lot of wind down that way.
yeah.
Well, I gotta get this Western water. Is that what's out that way?
Western Water's
What
good.
is that, Tom? Western
we had
Water?
Western Water when we were out by the.
Well, I messed up because it was $3,000 to go a tap on it because it's on the other side of the road.
That's what we paid, $3,000.
But they said now it's up to $6,000
Wow.
because I can't. The wells out there, before Dad passed, in the last 5 years before he passed, he put 3 new pumps in there. So I don't know if that well's going bad. Keep burning the pumps up, and I'm not a big fan of well water.
Yeah.
We lived on a farm with well water, and every morning you'd go to brush your teeth and just swallow a rotten egg or something.
Yeah. That's not the greatest.
Some of that water actually has sort of like a gas mixture. I've seen my ex-wife, you could take a lighter next to the water and it
Burn.
would burn.
Did you see
Sulfuric
that?
acid in it.
Yeah.
Well, on Texas A&M's campus yesterday, there was a green flame coming out of the sewer manholes.
Sewer covers.
And it was green. It was like a.
Ghostbusters.
It was that kind of a green. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It was weird.
I want to change the recipe on that sauce for my barbecue.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Somebody next.
Harley
Frat
don't know
house.
to believe you or not. She's looking at you like, what?
She says, what am I mixed up on? Right in the middle of these 4 weird guys.
This is why they tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when you're growing up, don't do coke.
Diet Coke.
Yeah, just don't do coke at all. You know.
Do you have any this day in history?
Oh yeah, Jerry, you got any history?
Oh, wait.
Harley might want to learn something today.
I thought she was going to go through some other stuff.
I'm on spring break.
Well, it made Jerry feel good.
What's that? What's that?
She wants to learn something about history.
Oh. I'll tell you what. Sometimes you can learn something coming in here, most times you can't.
Well, you can learn something.
Oh, we always learn something.
The first half of the show, we learned stuff.
Oh, jeez.
March 14th, this day in history, 1794, Eli Whitney received a patent for the cotton gin. She's going for another coat? Oh.
Cotton gin.
And,
Did they make cotton or gin?
huh?
My wife likes gin.
She likes gin.
Make gin out of cotton.
Jeff Schuessler does too.
Squeeze it a little bit.
Cottonseed oil, yeah. Yeah. In
my.
1891, the submarine Monarch laid telephone cable along the bottom of the English Channel to prepare for the first telephone links across the channel. In 1900, U.S. currency went on the gold standard with a ratification of the Gold Standard Act. In 1903, that's not what I wanted to do.
1950, the FBI starts a public list of the 10 most wanted fugitives, says Kevin Martin.
Yeah.
Did you have that?
No.
Oh, okay.
In 1914, Henry Ford announced a new continuous motion method to assemble cars. The process decreased.
Assembly line.
Yeah, the time decreased from 12 hours to 93 minutes.
Wow. That's something just to think about today, even make a car in 93 minutes.
Yeah, you can tell by some of them you drive.
That's true.
Yeah.
They were thrown together.
In 1923, President Harding became the first U.S. president to file an income tax report.
Lucky him.
Wonder if you got any money back or you
Yeah.
No.
I'd say he paid.
In 1943, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt became the first president to fly an airplane while in office. In 1947, the U.S. signed a 99-year lease on the naval bases in the Philippines.
Kevin Morton's got another one for you there.
Nazi Germany,
All right.
Republic of Czechoslovakia.
Wasn't the first presidential aircraft called the Holy Cow or the Sacred Cow?
Well, Eisenhower flew on one.
It was a Constellation. I think they have it out there at the Red Hat.
Yeah,
Air Force Museum.
Yeah.
yeah. And who did you say was what did you say about the aeronautics there in your today in history?
Oh, about who was the first president to fly?
Roosevelt,
Yeah, it was Roosevelt.
my
Yeah.
cousin,
Yeah, but I think the first
32nd cousin.
plane like that was called Air Force One, Eisenhower was on, and but actually the very first president to fly in a plane was, but he wasn't president.
He wasn't president when he did it.
Yeah, it was Teddy Roosevelt,
That was a blimp.
and he was in the Wright Flyer. He was in the Wright Flyer. Believe it or not, Teddy Roosevelt. There's pictures of him, so it's kind of interesting. Jake Lindsay, no, that's a lot of Diet Coke. Not for Tom. Tom usually when he's at work, he's got an IV.
White tonight. he's not drinking. He hasn't drank as much.
Well, I was doing a lot of talking this time, so I should bring a
I
picture
think
of my
he's got
trash
a
can.
beat from the last time. I think last time he only had
thought he
6
had
or
12 the
7.
last time.
No, he didn't have that. Oh my gosh. My final thought, let me get there before I forget it. But wait a minute, before I do the final thought, tomorrow, don't forget, David Fulcher will be out at the Clayton County Fairgrounds. Brian Briggs, who was our guest on Monday, is having a baseball card and memorabilia show. Come out and see me. I'm going to be set up. I got some cheap stuff. So come out and buy my cheap junk, all right? I mean, a lot of it's only going to be $1. But I did find some interesting autographs I have that I'm going to bring out, put up for sale. And these are autographs that I got through the mail. I got a Samuel L. Jackson autograph. I'll probably ask more
Are
than
they
$1
authentic?
for it. Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I asked for them through the mail. I got them. Yeah, yeah.
Do you have one of the Joe Biden auto pins?
You know what? No, but I do have I've got a Bernie Sanders autograph. I've got some crazy
Give you that
stuff.
free?
I would sell it for $1 if somebody wanted it. I got a bunch of race car drivers I don't know. Those would be like $1 a piece. Who else? What else have I got? Oh, I've got some interesting. I might bring a couple others out too that I have at my house. I don't really want to sell, but I may bring them anyhow.
And didn't you say Ryan said that's free out there to get in?
Right, it is free admission, yes, to get in. It does cost you if you're going to set up a table. Vendors can start setting up at 9 a.m. And it goes till 3.
So is it big, highly advertised?
Not as much. This is only the third one, and I went to the first one. They had maybe 10 vendors, but it's free.
Do you remember Brent Shannon?
Yeah,
That's what he does.
he's
quit-
got a card shop, doesn't he?
Yeah, he used to be the baseball coach at Westland.
Yeah.
And was teaching, and decided that now he sells baseball, basketball, football cards. Got a big shop set up. He does that all the time.
And that's in Columbus, right?
In Westland.
I tell you, a friend of ours, Travis Fenstermacher, I don't think he was blowing my dress up, but he might have been. He sent me a picture yesterday of this card he just bought out at Walmart. And it was, just in a box of cards. And hell, he sold this one card yesterday afternoon for $2,000.
Yeah, that's what Coach Denton does. He collects cards and stuff.
So he bought it at Walmart
In a box.
and turned it for $2,000.
$2,000. That's what he said.
Well, Denton had 2 or 3 signed Michael Jordan cards. He sold one, I think he said, for $25,000.
What?
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, they're in the car.
Okay. All right. So I'm giving you a look. We hadn't
Oh,
talked
yeah,
about
Jordan
that.
car.
He's got
Pogs,
some Jordan
milk cap.
Pogs.
Pogs, what's that?
Remember, there used to be milk caps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my final thought today. This is from Albert Einstein. So remember, this is a good one. All
Nice
right.
haircut.
Yeah.
Albert, not you.
Oh.
Travis looked at me and laughed. Hey, hey, Travis. Hey, Travis. There you go.
Number one, thank you, Charles.
Set and spin, brother. All right, here we go. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Ooh, that's a good basketball thing. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
Right, and never talk on a hot mic.
Albert Einstein. You never talk on a hot mic, especially on this show
Always
when
lets
Rick
you know
forgets
when
to
it's
turn
hot.
off. Yeah, well, and he doesn't tell us. Oh, by the way, I left the mics on.
That's the bloopers part of it. That's the blooper show.
Who
The
did
other
I
show's
call
got-
son of a gun that time? Anyhow, for Tom Breckle, the spokesman for Diet Coke, and Travis and Bug. She liked that. She's smiling. And Jerry Bear. Do you know Jerry? You ever hear about those things called Sasquatches? That's his uncles. That's his uncles. And for Rick Phillips, thanks for joining us today. See you at the card show, or if you're out and about today, come out and see us out at the Aging Up Center. I'll be out there playing some Dolly Parton.